The cooking master. Hola. Welcome to the channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to tonight's live stream. It's a pleasure having you here. Welcome. Welcome, just welcome, welcome. Welcome to each and every one that is coming, those that are already here and those that are not yet here. To those that are out there, out of my time zone, I welcome you. You listen, you share, and you support. Thank you very much. The cooking master. Yes, ma'am. Where do you cook? Tell me of your cooking place. It's just the name, or you are a cook? Oh, Wendy's. Hello. Hi, Wendy. The cooking master. You need to go support her and taste her cooking. Kingston. Hi, Kingston. Oh, you. Cadian. I thought it was Kingston when I first saw it. Oh, you're in the UK. Shout out to the UK. What's your weather like? Eva, how do you do? How are you? Welcome to this channel. Your first time here? Take your seat and be very much welcome. Yeah? For those that are actually, you're coming in, could you touch the thumbs up button? And if you're here, you're not yet subscribed, we ask to subscribe, like, and share. And thank you very much. I'm good. I'm good. I'm strong. Yeah. And I'm sure you are as well. Okay? 2025, make it be a prosperous year for you. Let it be one that all the prosperity and what you are thinking of, what you were going after, what you have tried and failed, let it be the year of prosperity. Let it be the year of plenty. Let your barn be filled and overflow. Ask the Lord to broaden your territory. And most of all, that is what Jabez asked for. He prayed that he will be protected, that God will protect him from the enemies because they will cause pain. Okay? Yes. So I am good. Thank you very much. And that's my prayers for everyone out there, for myself, for your family. Because guess what? Sometimes you are really struggling. The struggle, Crystal. Good evening. Praise the Lord. Thank God for that. I remember you, Crystal. You were the one with the leaking of the gas. Yeah. So I remember when I told you to call, report it to the authority. And I am glad that you are here because prayers have no distance. There are no distance in prayer. There's nowhere you can say, oh, if I stay here and pray, it can't reach there. We believe in a God that He gives us His promise, and His promise is sure. He said, knock, and it will be open. He said, ask, and it will be given. What more can you ask? Yeah? So in prayers, in deep meditation with Him, your your problem will be solved. A person can stay to the last end of the earth and direct the prayers to you, and it reaches. I give God thanks that you felt much better and um uh good. You understand? Because it was putting you in a panic mood, and you didn't want that. You didn't want that. This is the God we talk about. He hears and He answers. And also why I put that topic tonight, insecurity or security, right? So I am glad. And how did you spend? And I hope your 2025, the year that is already past, it will leave some memories that we can take bits and pieces from it and put it together and walk with it. But the bad things, try to leave it, because if you have it stored up in you, you won't able to go very far. Most of the things are very painful. It hard to remember. But your future cannot go along when you have the past buttering with and taking it along with you. Somewhere, somehow, you got to drop it. You got to leave it alone. Right? And keep focusing on your journey, focusing on that which you are sometimes praying for a long time for and has never came through. Never stop praying, because God hears and He answers. He never said the animal was to pray for Him. We are not in the animal kingdom. We don't know when them bear what they say is they're talking to God. We don't know when they say moo. We don't know their language. We don't know who they're reaching out to. But He understands our language. We know our language. And we know who to speak with, who to cry with, who to lock away yourself alone and meet with Him and spit it out. When you finish, as I always said, just leave it right there. Don't move with it. He said, take your burden to that's the songwriter said so. Take your burden to the Lord and leave it there. When you go there with it, my dear, just put it down. Empty it. Unload yourself. Unload yourself. You understand? So this is some of the things that we can say yes. And we are walking in 2025 with a positive. In positivity, you're walking knowing that it will be done. The things will be okay. I started off good. And one of the things I asked and I beg of people, their health. That's the reason why I said I don't wish anybody any happy New Year. You know why? Because you ever see anybody hungry and happy? I've never seen a hungry person happy yet. When they're hungry, they're angry. So you can't be jumping up and down and say you're happy when what is supposed to get, it's not there. So you can't put happiness in front of prosperity. You have to put prosperity and prosperous first, and then you can talk about happiness. Okay? Good. So this is one of the things we talk about. For the persons that are having their birthday, I know that the month that you put your two hands out and collect birthday gift, birthday, Christmas. Now that month is gone somewhere else until the next time. Well, happy birthday to those that are celebrating their birthday. This time, the ending of December into this time, I wish for you a happy, prosperous, long life, health, most of all, birthday. With health came wealth. And listen, God promised us so much things, and He has never faltered in giving one. He has never faltered. We falter because we don't ask any question. We don't seek Him. We went and seek other ways except seeking Him. He promised that the fatherless will be looked after. He took care of the fatherless, and He took care of the widows. Not that He haven't taken care of the rest. Not that He haven't taken care of the rest. But He specifically put those, and I can't search now to find that passage of scripture, but I'm going to find it one day and put it up. He specifically, He said, took care of the fatherless on the widow. The widow was there with her husband. The both of them make life. When he is gone, she's not supposed to be walking from door to door seeking help. He provide. He made the provision even before your husband left you. That it put in place that no one is to laugh at you. For the fatherless, remember, the father is the one. Now we are saying the mother is playing a father role. You're playing a mother role. I used to say that too. But a father role is different. But nevertheless, He provided. He provided for the fatherless and the widow. So let's listen to me. If any one of you is fatherless, widow, and you are, He will open the way. You will You will go in the rough seas and water, but you will not drown. You will never go under. Your head is always going to be out. So you're getting oxygen. And from you getting oxygen, you're going to be out and things will be good for you. So this, we don't know. We just started the year, but be prepared. Be prepared and prepared mentally, physically, emotionally, and all that you can think. And let nothing take you unaware. Wake up every day knowing that something can happen. But guess what? Take it to the Lord and you left it right there. You ask him to prepare you for these times at hand. Because the demons are wrath. You think he likes when you pray? He doesn't like it. He will make your part slippery. But hold on. I heard a lot of persons said, I would like to be of the faith that Job has. No. You are so wrong right there. Christian faith is not my faith. And my faith is not Christian's faith. Christian will say, you go try and say, boy, I could never, I couldn't put up with that you put up with. And vice versa. So we all have our own different strength and faith. What ye allowed you to go through, I could not have gone through it. Okay? So don't pray for Job's faith. Prayed for your faith. Prayed for the strength of your faith. Not Job's faith. That because Job and everybody look at it, oh, I would like to have the faith of Job. You could not and would not handle the fate of Job. Simpler than that happen, and we just throw our hands in the air and we throw in the towel and it's, ooh. Yeah. So for those that celebrating their birthday, be strong. And let me tell you, for those that are just entering in their, ending their teens, that double figure came up again. Yes, you're 2020 and you're going through and you're thinking to finish your school, get a good job, your career parties. Yeah. Let God be your inspiration. Let him be. Because there are so many things sorry, stood before you. Many hurdles. Clear them. I choke. I choke. At this time, many person may have somebody sick, going through. Remember, joy cometh in the morning. It may seem dark and dismal, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel. You may be wondering, what next? How do I handle this? The doctor says, and the doctor say, and the doctor say, and the doctor say. Um, yes, that is so. It's not what you get from your mistakes. God give wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Wisdom teaches wisdom teaches knowledge, and knowledge teaches understanding. There's a part in Matthew that tells you, I think it's Matthew's in. It says, use the mistake of others for your stepping stone. So yeah, you said you get the wisdom from your mistake, because you would have said, I made a stupid mistake. But then when you turn the leaves and you look at it again, you saw where, well, this didn't have to happen. And that's the reason why when people are saying, and a lot of people say these things, and you look at it, you have to be convinced in yourself. You have to listen to yourself. You know how much time things that we get into, we didn't have to get in there. The inner voice is saying to you, wait, don't, wait, don't. But yeah, okay, you and your friend had a sword fight, okay, right? We just don't listen. The still small voice, the inner voice speaks to us. And I think I share it on here already. I met in an accident. And I went against both my will and the will of God. But that Friday night, there was no sleep. I don't know where the sleep went, but I didn't sleep. But because I made a promise, I am saying I want to fulfill the promise. And my inner is saying to me, don't go. And when I walked through the door, locked the door, went out and closed the gate, when I stood, I looked back inside and something is saying to me, don't go. And of course, I walked from my house to the bus stop, which wasn't far. And the first car stopped before me, a taxi. And then he just drove off. As I stepped off, he drove off. And the second one came. And when I went into the car, I pulled on the seat belt to put it across. And something said, let go. And I just let go of the seat belt. And I did not let go of the seat belt good enough. A car ran right into the back of the taxi I'm in and sent it somersaults in. It went about 3 to 4 times before when it stops. The 4 wheels were, and I am down in it. A voice said to me, while we were on, just before I pulled the seat belt, I rolled the window down a little more. And while in that position down there, a voice said, get out of the car. Suppose the car caught fire. It was a good thing I let go of the seatbelt, and it's a good thing I rolled the windows down. Two things. And when I crawl out of that car, everybody surround the car and said, nobody's alive in this car. Here I'm telling you. Everybody around the car, and I crawl out of the car and sit down at the side and look in. And everybody said, no man, this accident, nobody is alive in this car. And this one person walked up to me and said, you were in the car? And I said, yes. And she called somebody same time and said, take her to the hospital. She was in the car. And I'm just sharing this story with you. If we listen, we can be saved from a lot of things. When I reached the hospital, I wasn't feeling any pain or anything, nothing. And they took me to the emergency. And the doctor came in and offered me, I was standing, and he said to me, sit. And as I went to my ass to touch the chair, a voice said, get up, walk. And believe you me, from I sat here, I do about 10 miles. Just pacing the floor from the entry door to the next door, passing until the doctor says, I am crazy. You don't know what was happening? And the faster I walk, I'm just walking, I felt my body expanding. From my head, start like it was closed, and it started to expand. And I keep walking, and I keep walking. And up to now, I was sat on his chair. Because actually he couldn't get a word from me, because the voice keep telling me to walk. This is where I start to obey now, He said to the nurse, he told the nurse what injection to give me. The nurse who was going to apply the injection was a young lady who used to be at my place. And when I went around the screen, she had the ready for me. And a voice said to me, don't take the injection. And I said to her by her name, I'm not taking this injection. And she said to me, what the doctor said to give you. I said, no, I'm not taking this injection. Just mark this ear, where what is happening in your saying? Just mark what I'm saying. They wrote up that I am, they didn't say defiant. Whatever the word they wrote, it didn't make a difference to me. Because I am now just started to obey, because it was so pressed on me. Walk to the injection, don't take this injection. And I left the hospital and I went to a private doctor. By this, the glass, the broken glass, a lot were sticking right on my hand here. Plus, I felt a piece of the glass in my vein. And it's like it was cutting my vein. I went to the private doctor. He sent me to get a neck brace, and he gave me a letter because he said to me, I can't manage this case. And he sent me to a family doctor of mine. And when I went there, they wrote the letter and sent me off to our next place. When we went there the following day, I had to report back to the doctor, and he asked me what happened. And I was telling him. But the most interesting and intriguing part of it, he said to me, if you did not walk, you would have collapsed in front of the doctor and died. If you had taken the injection, you would have died. It say your entire body, your entire system were closing down. So when I said to him, when each time walking, and the faster I go, is the more I found that my body were expanding. He said my system, and it was true because the old body system mix up. I want to pass my urine, and there's the other part come. And everything was going on all in its different ways. And I share this with you because guess what? And out of that situation, a lot of things happen. Because the doctor that left me and make his assertions, he said I'm to write a letter to the MO, which I did. A meeting was called, and the head of the MO were showing him where. The doctor said to me, I have never seen anybody in an accident like this and came out alive or came out with not even my fingernail was broken. So when I talk about God, I have proved his power time and times again. Or I got the whiplash. Not even one of my nails, my fingernail or toenail was broken. I went and did all the x-ray. They went to see if my vertebrae were all in place, and everything was, they never chip, they never shift, everything was in place. Listen, I didn't sleep the night. And I found it so strange. My eyes were like a bright bushy tail. When I went in the car, knowing it's the habit of putting on the seat belt, of course I let go, and I let go of the seat belt. If I was in the seat belt, and if the window were rolled up as it was, I could not have got out of that car. And even when the police took their statement and they asked me, were you wearing a seat belt? I said, no. He said, I know, but a lot of people lie about it. Because if you were wearing a seat belt with such an impact, with such an accident, it would have impression you right across, just like, and the seat belt would be so tightened that they would have to cut the seat belt to get you out. I didn't put on the seat belt. I could crawl through the window. When I reached the hospital, If I had sat down, I would have right there collapsed before the doctor. When the voice says walk, and I keep walking. So you see how much things right there? You count the things that I'm telling you? Yes. Nobody bring God on a platter come give me. And I can tell you things over and over again. From my teen years. Yeah. And this happened, I think it's 2006 it did happen. It's December the 6th, to be exact. So when you as I always said, you don't have to go and kneel down and pray 1-2 miles of prayer. You're walking, you're just talking. Your inner is better than the outer. When you speak from the inside, you're speaking directly to God. When you're not outside making everybody want yourself to say no. Yeah, your father will a secret talk. You put yourself into his hand. You ask him to solve your problems for you. When you say your problem, put the problem name by name. Don't just say the problem. Because when you go to the doctor and him asks, oh, so what is your problem now? You're going to tell him I'm feeling a pain in my head. I'm having cramp in my knees. You are going to name out what is happening to you. So when you get to your creator, is him make you, is him create you. So therefore, he can do the repairs for you. Who can do the repairs any better than him? He can. And he's appointing somebody to do it, such as the doctor, however. He is going to choose the right thing, the right person to do the job. So when you're talking to God, man, talk to him on a serious note. All a one-to-one reason, good. Right? If I had not obeyed, so let's say I didn't obey in the first part, but I followed the steps, it's like when I heard the voice, it is so strong. Walk. So I couldn't be sitting in front of you. I would have gone a long time ago. And I give thanks to God every time. I thank him. I may not be one of them that sit in front of you and making a whole lot of shouting. But trust me. Yeah. I am one that seek and talk to him in secret. I spoke to him and I locked the room door and I consult with God. Yes. And the strongest one get the hardest fight. You understand? So, my dear, it gives you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And each mistakes we make, it gives us the opportunity to solve the mistake and walk away from it. So you don't have to make that mistake again. But you uses that mistake to cross over. You hear people say, let's take it to this one. When you forgive, you forget. You were made up or designed into a fashion that it's in your brain. You don't forget it, and you will never forget it. But it allows you not, yeah, you're not going that side again. You are not going to be dwelling on it, but you remember it. Because if you forgot totally, you wouldn't have anything to guide you. There would be nothing to guide you along. There would be nothing to say, don't cross the street here. Because you remember what had happened right there at crossing the street. You understand? So, God have his people, and God have not left his people them. And when you trust your God, you will come over. You will be. He says some trust in chariots and some trust in horses. But what happened? What happened? Who the others trust into? Yeah. Yes, my dear. It's my pleasure to share, because sometimes some persons are going through and they thought you haven't gone through. Some telling you, say, you don't understand. You don't understand. You understand well. Very well, you understand. But God is God. In the mid of all the turmoil that is going on, you have the war there, you have the this there, you have seen so many things. The other night I spoke about the train. The train reaches its last stop. Two people leaves into that cart or in that bus that is on the train. And the man was pleased enough, and he's only 30 something years old, and he was pleased enough to set the woman on fire while she's sleeping. He could not touch the woman and said, okay, I'll go and leave her, because the train workers would have go through those that are coming in to clean the train and all the rest. They would have seen her and they would have woken her up. But no, he chose to set her on fire and sat and watch her burn. Look at the mind of the people we are thinking about. You had to learn to listen. It's not all of the big voices. It's the voice of God. Remember Elisha said to you, when what's his name was after the you know, and when he ran and hide, so many things happened. But he said God was not in it. Until he heard a still small voice. So it's not all. Know the voices. Know what to listen for. Yes. The man looked at the woman and lit her. And when she got up, she died standing, holding onto the train. Because I guess when he took her and that's where she stand. So we have some horrible people out there. Pray going, pray coming. Hover yourself into God himself to protect you. And if you are not to be at a spot, don't be there. Here they say wrong timing, wrong place, wrong time. Some of the time we left to go to point A and we end up at point Z. Understand? And New Year's Eve, I said I was gonna take the live down to the to the um, to the ball. And afterwards, something just said to me, say, stay home. I said, I'm not going because when you look at the crowd and the crowd and the crowd, and you think things didn't happen there, yeah. I said, everybody, New Year is being celebrating all around the world. Why would I be taking my to go down there to do a live into a crowded place like this? It doesn't make no sense. 12 o'clock and then I have to be getting home. And, no, 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 no. Sit right here and do my live. Okay? Good. So, my dear, no, I didn't. I, I put on my television, and afterward, the television was watching me. It was no, it was eventually watching me because I fell asleep. Understand? There are some things you don't have to put yourself in it. There are some things you don't have to, it doesn't worth it for no reasons. You understand? So, God is good, and we always say God is good all the time. But most of us put God into a little box. He can do this, but he can't do that. Oh yes, he can heal a little headache, but further than the little headache, no, I have to go and seek somewhere else. Trust him all the way. Trust him all the way. Because he don't fail us. We fail him. Or, better than that, we failed ourselves. Right? So trust him all the way. Don't fail yourself, because it's not God you're failing. You're failing yourself. And when you can have a testimony, your testimony help to make others strong and help to guide you in your footsteps. Because you will remember this happened, and some persons, I remember going and persons or and asking the question, if something happened, wouldn't you go to the science man to see? And I said, no. He said, why? I said, if I am saying God, and all of these bone and thing of him connect them. Plus, he put his life in me. So why him can't do the repairs? Why he can't do it? And this was persons that, they were big in church and, things, and they're warped thinking. So God will provide the food, but God can't take care of you if anything else happen. Make him tell us him can't do it. Open your mouth and bawl out to him. Gideon did went into a war, he sent him. And when Gideon see that the war is going to end and they haven't won the battle, he stand up and he asked God to make the sun stand still. Because the war can't be over yet. Yeah, that's the God we talk about. That's the power of God we talk about. He asked God to make the sun stand still. Sun stand still, battle fought, war won. Yeah, that's the God we talk about. So when you're talking about the Almighty, we talk about him strong and proud because we can tell and we have seen some of the things that we happened to, but we can see, we saw the work, his work in the life of other persons. We saw what he have done. Yeah. And he's the God yesterday, he's the God today. Same strength as today, the same strength of God today and forever. Yes. Our insecurity. Many of the times, insecurity, many of the times, we lost confidence. We lost confidence in ourself, and it's always self. It's always ourself. We put an insecurity spirit on ourselves because I don't think I am uncertain. It's like you're going to borrow money. You're going to somebody who you know, who you think can lend you the money. And you first get uncertain. You got up, you say you're going to go and get the money. I am going down to Mary to borrow $1. And by the time you're getting ready to leave, the uncertainty came. You know what happened right there? You send that energy. You sent out, you release that energy. What do you think going to happen when you reach? And then when you don't get it, you say, me know 7 days I go get it, man. But that's why you go. You know it wasn't going to happen. So why did you go? Because you have released the energy of insecurity. You are not sure, you are inadequate, you are not confident in what you are doing. I'm going to take the exam, and I'm going to the exam. Maybe what you study is not what you get on the exam paper. But in spite of that, you put your all confidence in it. You're confident that you will pass, and you're going to pass what you did study. So you're not going to pass what you didn't study. There is no way you are going to get a subject matter to deal with, and you have not read the book, you do nothing about it to really enhance the brain, know what is happening. And when you go and you get a geographic question, and you did not study that, there's no way you can answer it unless you had known it before. So get what I'm talking about. Unless you have read it some years, sometimes, and you saw that question pop on the paper, and you get back in your memory box, and you say, oh yes, yeah. But outside of that, it doesn't mean how much confidence you have. And you don't put your confidence to work, it won't work. So you are putting your confidence in the things that you know. And the things you know best is yourself, myself, yourself. You know the strength of yourself. Putting your confidence elsewhere is going to be a roller coaster. It's going to be a roller coaster. When you confident yourself, why did, and if you notice in everything, most of the things, most of my life that I did, I uses the word of God. You know why? I draw those are things you can use. Because what we are doing here, it was written there. Good. Why did he say if you have faith like a mustard seed? Who knows a mustard seed? I want little tips or something. Yeah, hardly be seen. If you know what not periwinkle, this flower here, some small little seeds, you're hardly thinking they are seeds, but they grow from them. That doesn't mean they are seeds. He said if you have your faith, it's like a mustard seed. You can say mountain, move from here, so you think is the real mountain up there, sir? No. And apparently it could be it too. But your mountain of problems or burden or whatever it is, a faith like a mustard seed, and he uses that to parallel that look here. With the confidence in yourself, you can get the things done. How it is done, I don't even know. I don't even know. Because even trusting in our own self, sometimes what we do is fail our own self. And with insecurity, that is what we do. Lack of confidence, it causes people to really feel anxious. Ability to handle certain situation. You don't have the ability. You are so insecure. No confidence. And let me tell you, insecurity can creep up in many areas of your life. If you're going to marry and you know I'm not confident in it, please, no bother with it. Leave it alone. Put it down until when you are confident. Because guess what? You are twice a loser in the race of life. I want to talk one here. You have social insecurity, a fear of being judged, rejected, or not fitting. This can lead to avoiding social situations. You are seeing yourself. Oh, wow, 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 wow. And you saw so many things in yourself that you kept away from social gathering. you're telling yourself, say, it's like when I used to go to church. It was a hardened, stalwart man. Say you're young and feel, and it's you that you're probing the scripture, you're reading here, you're doing here, and you're getting assignment to do. And I used to ask many questions. Many of the time when I see this hand go up, they don't even bother look at me. True things we're telling you. I have got fight enough church and out of church. They don't even look at me. Because guess what? I am thinking way out of the box. Until it reached to a point, where I had to gather myself. Because something else come in to say to me, I am rejected. I question the questions them I ask, if they don't sound, and so it reached a point and I'm saying, oh, I'm not fitted. So I get withdrawn. I got withdrawn. But there were some people who used to came, and if they are reading, and they would have asked me, what do I think about this? How do you, explain this? And I would try. And that I start saying to myself, no, man, nothing is wrong with me. I am not going to make my social insecurity get the better of me. And I joined many groups. I'm in NGOs where, and I make myself so active. Social groups. I am got an assignment. There are some persons that, you're trying to help them to make some money. And I was one who asked to teach them to bake. You're baking and they can sell them cake and all these little things. So I stopped looking on the people who know what I am coming with, that it is the truth, but they could not have given me a real good answer. So I just put myself away, and I just put myself where? In social groups. It's not all the while I'm going to talk, really. I sit and I listen and I learned. Yeah. So it's not all the while I talk. As much as I now like to talk, I don't talk all the while. I listen. I listen. And I gravitate to certain things. So you will be getting so insecure until you feel rejected, you feel you're judged, you feel like you are not fitting into, oh, those are the big friends. Those are the big friends over there. Another one, body insecurity. And so often we saw this one. I might have to do this one, do a part 2 on this. So often, why this is getting so dark? What is happening? That light on the phone is not giving me that. So often we have seen this one. Body insecurity. People are plagued with this one. Feeling uncomfortable about their own self, their appearance, which can lead to low self-esteem. I don't know what is happening. The light in my phone is not functioning right here. I don't know what is going on right here. It seems like I will have to It seems like I will have to end the live because guess what? I don't know if it is charged the phone, if it ran out of charge, which seems like that is what is happening here. But I sure I charged this phone. I am sure I charged this phone. It's getting very not too hot. Anyhow, because right now I'm not seeing my face in the phone. It's getting dark. It's the phone itself gets dark. Okay, let me go talk a little bit more. A body insecurity. No confident. You look at somebody else and you take a good look at yourself and you're feeling insecure. I saw people with body insecurity until they don't go on the street. Nobody saw them. They locked their self away. I don't look good. My appearance is not right. And maybe they can't find the money to go and do the body construction, which may not have them to look any better or better for a time. But this is one, all of them is bad. I don't know if I should say this one is the worst one, but I could say that because when your appearance to you is not good, it all have to do with you. Insecurity is something that can destroy you. Destroy you thinking, destroy your thinking even about with other people, destroy a friendship. It destroyed so many things because you do not have confidence in yourself. You don't believe in yourself. And with so doing, you have no confidence in yourself. You don't believe in yourself. And that will destroy your life. Destroy you. And for the people who believe in nigromancy, they will say people doing them things, not knowing it is coming straight from you. You will have some person say, I don't care what anybody want to say. I don't care what you want to think. I don't care. I don't. And indeed, you have to reach to the point that you is you. You believe in yourself. You have confidence in yourself. Confident in yourself enough that you can laugh at yourself. Yeah. Because sometimes you might do some little, things, and you have to look back at it and laugh at yourself. But you have the confidence in yourself. And with the confidence in yourself, you will confident your creator. You will, whoever he puts with you. I touch to say, if you are going to say, if you're going to say, well, and you start pulling a veil over your face, and you start hiding yourself away, you are in trouble. Be bold. Step out. There was one time, a story I'll tell you about. I'm going to do a part 2 on this very insecurity. I'm going to do a part 2 on this tomorrow evening. Because as I'm saying that, it seems my phone needs charging, and I can't believe I put this phone on charge. And now this is what is happening. So I just don't want it to end abrupt on me. So let me tell you, I thank you for all of you to be here, for all that are listening to me. I thank you very much. And I am telling you, gather the strength. Gather your strength and exercise your strength. Okay? Because I just don't want this to be ending abrupt on me like that. Without warning. Sometimes this phone have a tendency of, some dimming, but this one now, this look like this is needed to charge. So to all my lovely supporters, to all my viewers, you have stood with me throughout, and you are here with me. And as much as I can give, that you can use it as a stepping stone, use it as a guide, use it as a guide wire. Do it. Do it. Be confident in yourself. Do not let insecurity ruin you. And then you say, oh, I should have, I never. And do not let insecurity took you over. Be bold. Be strong. Be courageous in all that you're doing. Do not let these things took you over. Of course, I will have to end the live right here, right now. It's a pleasure, and thank you very much. Part 2 of this will be tomorrow evening as well. I will give a part 2 on it. Okay? Because actually I want to really explain this. I want to encourage someone. I want to encourage someone. If you're feeling in yourself, get rid of that feelings. You is you. This body belongs to you. And you don't let anyone really rule this body of yours. Okay? So, it's a joy. It's a pleasure. Let me end the live here. And we will meet right here tomorrow evening when we go through this. Help to prepare yourself to go through this year. Help yourself. So if you were struggling with insecurity, please get it out. Throw it in the garbage or find a sea and tuck it there and leave it right into the seawater. The sea is going to wash it out anyhow. So there's a sea not keeping anything that is impure. That is sea. It pushes it out. But if you're going through this type of trauma where insecurity is concerned, get rid of it. You are you and you believe in yourself. And with that, love yourself because most of the time is lack of loving ourselves. We are seeking love from everywhere else except loving yourself. Put that fuel of love in yourself. You are seeking validation of love from here, from there, and the person say, I don't love you. And then you feeling, love yourself is yourself. You live into yourself. So love yourself. Don't seek no love validation from anybody. From you love yourself. It's okay. Everybody else will have to come and love you even when they don't love you. So thank you very much for being here. Let me get something going on with this phone here. Okay? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember, look yourself in the mirror and speak back with self. Let self know you appreciate self for who self is. Okay? Love self. Love self. Hug yourself. Squeeze yourself. And let self know that you love self. Have a good night.